There have been several attempts at this point to replicate the fun and charm of pitting a bunch of recognizable characters against each other in a chaotic party fighting game ever since Super Smash Bros. Took off and ran with this concept way back in 1999. PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, Brawlhalla, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl have thrown their hats into the ring, with each having their unique quirk to differentiate themselves from Smash Bros. But if there was anything to learn from PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, is that the closer you are to just straight up copying Smash Bros., the better off your party fighting game will probably be. And that appears to be the case with each subsequent Brawl game we've gotten. And I think it's okay to just copy Smash Bros. This kind of game became its own genre, and if the main differentiating factor from each game is the characters you get to play as, while still having a minor unique gimmick solely to save face and say that you're not 100% a Smash Bros. Ripoff, I say go nuts. Give me a Slasher's All-Star Massacre. You know what? That's actually brilliant. But the latest Smash-like comes from player-first games with Multiversus, featuring characters from the Warner Bros. Catalog. I'll be honest, normally I wouldn't think twice about this game. I suck really bad at fighting games, and I easily get discouraged to try a new one. But this one has Superman in it, and a bunch of other DC characters. So, special thanks to my pal Troy for hooking me up with a code for the closed beta. You can check out his channel right there. Before getting into my experience with the closed beta, I really want to emphasize that these are impressions coming from a filthy casual. I'm not an expert when it comes to fighting games. I don't know anything about wave dashing, auto canceling, mortar slides. I'm here because I'm starved of Superman video game content, and I'll take what I can get. With that being said, I really enjoyed my time with Multiversus. I was skeptical when I heard that this game is going with the free-to-play model. Previous platform fighters have been criticized because they feel like a lesser version of Super Smash Bros. And I thought that would be the case tenfold for Multiversus because of its free-to-play nature. I expected an unpolished, shallow experience that prioritizes monetization over delivering a mechanically fun fighting game. But this game is actually a blast. I never thought I'd actually say this, but I'm looking forward to this game's full release. And I think I'll be invested in it as much as I am with, say, Fortnite. Multiversus could be the title to fill that fighting game void for me that no other has managed to satiate. Like I said, I've always been terrible at fighting games, so when I got through this game's tutorial, I shied away from jumping into the online mode and stuck to practicing on bots for a few matches. Because I knew that the second I face off against someone and they wiped the floor with me, that would be enough for me to realize once again that I have no business playing fighting games. But after winning a few matches against the AI, I told myself that it's time to get serious. Let's go online. And I won. Consistently. Now, I'm not trying to brag here or anything. The gameplay you're seeing here is from me, so I'm sure if anyone that's well versed in Smash-like games is watching this, you're cringing at the noob shit I'm doing here. Half the time I'm button mashing or doing the easier and less ambitious moves, but I'm having fun doing so. But when things get close and tense, I buckle down and try to do something a little fancier, like jumping off a platform and smashing away my opponent with Superman's flight move as they try to recover from my previous attack. One crucial element that Multiversus managed to nail is having tight controls. In my opinion, this is the thing to make or break a platform fighter, or any fighting game for that matter. But I think because this kind of fighting game is a lot more chaotic, with the way characters jump around in all sorts of different directions, and how crucial your reaction time is to all the crazy attacks and movements that can happen, having responsive and good feeling controls is huge. The feature that Multiversus is offering as a way to separate itself from Smash Bros. Is having a strong emphasis on team-based battles. Smash has done team battles, but Multiversus seems to be pushing it as its main way to play the game. It doubles down on it by assigning certain class to each fighter: tank, support, ranged, bruiser, and assassin. This is awesome. It's a great way to make each fighter feel distinct, and the team-oriented battles some real depth. Superman feels heavy and his attacks pack one hell of a punch. Velma has this minigame where she picks up clues around the arena, and once she has all of them gathered, a cop car will appear and trap her opponent in it. That is such a creative way to implement support abilities in ways that are representative of the character. With that being said, unfortunately, I just don't jive with the 2v2 mode. I much prefer the basic one-on-one. It's overwhelming enough for me to worry about myself and keeping at odds with my opponent as it is, so throwing more variables into the mix gets a little too chaotic for my liking. This has always been something I struggled with ever since I played Smash Bros. Keeping track of where I am when there are multiple players on screen and having all the visual effects going on has always been a challenge for me. Maybe that'll change as I get more practice with the game and feel more confident in myself as a player, but for now, the classic 1v1 is where my groove is. I do wonder how well this game is balanced when picking a support character in 1v1. Obviously, support implies that your role is to back up a teammate rather than facing opponents on your own. I don't have the analytical eyes of someone who's well versed in fighting games and their balancing issues to tell you how this game is handling this potential problem, so Maximilian dude, do your thing. Should you worry about this game's microtransactions? No, I don't think so. The in-game purchases seem to be purely cosmetic, much like Fortnite and other games that have microtransactions. So things like alternate skins, player icons, taunts, and that little explosion thing that happens when you knock a player off the ring. You can purchase characters from what I understand if you want to skip the accumulating the in-game currency that you earn by playing matches, completing dailies, weeklies, the things we come to expect from free-to-play games. But in the beta, accumulating the amount of coins needed to purchase a character didn't take very long. I want to say maybe an hour at most for one character. And this can vary depending on how well you perform and what challenges you manage to complete in a single match. I say this game handles in-game purchases really well. Hot take maybe? I don't think we need to worry about microtransactions in games as much as we did 5 or 6 years ago. Not counting mobile games at least, but I don't know, maybe I've been playing the best free-to-play games that handle microtransactions the right way. And there are still some egregious ones out there, but I think generally we're getting to a better place with free-to-play games. It also helps when the innate game mechanics are fun, which they are for Multiversus. As a whole, I'm really surprised with how much fun I had with Multiversus. Again, I'm mainly here because I want to play as DC characters, so I do wonder how long that appeal will last for me, or maybe I'll subsequently get really into the game and play for what it is. But before I wrap things up, I want to give you my top 5 characters I want in Multiversus. Number 5, Darkseid. His Omega Beams are actually referenced in the game already, so he might be locked in. Number 4, Nightwing. Like I said in my other video, I love Dick, so my mind is set. Number 3, Flash. Gotta have a speedster. Number 2, Green Lantern. GL has so much potential for awesome moves with all his different constructs, and we just need more Green Lantern in video games anyway. Number 1, Henry Cavill. Yeah, that's right. And I don't mean like an alternate skin for Superman, I mean just Henry Cavill. I know his actual self is not owned by Warner Brothers, but I want Henry Cavill in every video game. I'm serious.